My name is Janet Pearson, and my husband, William, has myelodysplastic syndrome. The initial diagnosis was 10 years ago, and the internet description of it, of the prognosis in MDS, was more frightening than hopeful. In 2002, William was in Poland for 2 weeks, and on his return, he saw his family doctor. The blood work from that visit showed a hemoglobin of 8.8. He was then referred to a hematologist. He had a bone marrow aspiration done in January of 2003, and William's hemoglobin at that time was 8.1. The hematologist talked about bone marrow transplant, but William's age was a factor. The doctor put William on a drug which maintained his hemoglobin count and sustained his and my life for about 4.5 years, the quality of our life. Our lives carried on as if nothing was threatening our longevity together. We played golf, we vacationed together, we socialized. William traveled to Europe on business trips, and his life was visibly unaltered. And I carried on. I was working, playing piano, painting, going to yoga, and enjoying the daily activities, my daily activities, a relaxing lifestyle. In April of 2007, our lives were altered at 4 a.m. in the morning. I took William to hospital. His hemoglobin was 80, which meant another bone aspiration, transfusions, and other diagnostic testing, looking for a possible source of bleed. The diagnostic testings, they all came back normal. The bone marrow confirmed MDS, which had evolved to a more critical level, and a more aggressive treatment would be required. Transfusions continued every 2 weeks, and an appointment was made at a major cancer center in Toronto in September of 2007. The initial appointment required another bone marrow, and we had weekly appointments, and then we had bi-weekly appointments. The bone marrow results confirmed that this type of MDS did not fit any of the drug trials that were currently in place at Princess Margaret Hospital. This information was expressed to us at our October meeting, and the doctor at that time talked about cyclosporin being an alternative. However, it would require approval from government for insurance coverage. Treatment was approved, and William began the medication in 2008. The side effects of the medication were frightening. This was a very difficult time for me. I would call home several times a day to check on him. If he didn't answer the phone, I'd call my neighbor, and she would reassure me he was okay. Oftentimes, she would find him asleep in a chair in the backyard. He was so pale that she would check to see if he was breathing. She would call to stir him and awake him. Everyone noticed a difference in William. When William had iron overload, I spoke with the dietitian I worked with and asked about diet and what foods to avoid. Tea was something she recommended, and if eating red meat, always have a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon wine. Not Merlot, not Shiraz, but Cabernet Sauvignon. When William's hemoglobin reached 14, I thought of phlebotomy and shared this with him and the hematologist. He had 3 phlebotomy sessions to help remove the excess iron. I also believe in movement, the importance of getting out for a walk, maybe 3 10-minute walks a day. Keep moving. When creatinine started creeping up, drinking more water was important, and I still bug him about drinking water. I'm not here to tell his story, but that's what I find I am doing. Probably because MDS has consumed me so much of me. How has it affected me? I worry, I work, Fear sometimes consumes me. Fear of being alone, fear of what he has to go through yet, fear of the unknown. I know I can't do anything about it. It's difficult to share these fears with others who do not understand MDS. You see, on the outside I project a well put together woman. I appear to be calm, but my insides are continually racing. I have been told that I am very patient and kind, and I care so much. I feel that I have been compromised out of fear. We used to walk for miles, chatting and laughing, walking at a good pace and in all kinds of weather, be it sun, rain, or snow. We would sit out on summer evenings, but West Nile virus has precipitated a fear in William and me. Walking is now at a slow to medium pace. Distance, depending on the day, may be very short. This past Sunday evening, William initiated a walk. He said, let's go down to the lake. We walked for 2 kilometers. It was a beautiful evening. The following night, however, was different. Walking any distance was impossible. He was sure it was from the walk the night before. So you see, I grab and hold on to these impulsive and special moments. Last year, September, this is usually when we go on vacation, we didn't go. William had an old sports injury that flared up and restricted his mobility. Therefore, rest, ice, heat were in order. And during that time, I started walking with my neighbor. Every morning between 7 and 8, Monday to Friday. Did this for 3 weeks, and it felt wonderful. We still walk on days that I have off from work. This is my time. I have written letters to William regarding my fears and my frustrations, but I've never shared them with him. I love my life with William, and I grab the moments that we share together, the little things like cooking together, shopping, short walks, and whatever vacation we can have. My job is in the intensive care unit and an administrative physician, and due to the fact that this is a high-risk floor in the hospital, I feel the daily stresses that encompass the patient and their families. This also contributes to my fears. With the fears, frustrations, and uncertainty, it is important to take care of yourself as a wife, a caregiver. Take time for yourself. I like to read, have lunches with friends. I knit, walk. I've started a quilt. It's slow, but it's coming. I'll be starting a yoga class in November with a friend. That's it. That's my story.